Hello, and welcome to This Explainer. I'm Michelle. If you've lived in your home for decades, just the very thought of preparing it for sale can feel entirely overwhelming. You look around at a lifetime of memories, all the things you've gathered, and wonder how you'll ever pack it all away. Well, today, we're going to look closely at what is actually required to sell your home. My hope is that we can take a lot of that heavy weight right off your shoulders. So let's talk about the question that's probably keeping you up at night. Do you have to declutter absolutely everything? Take a deep breath right now because the answer is no. The idea that you have to strip your beautiful home down to its bare walls before a single showing even happens, it's a complete myth. And honestly, worrying about it is only costing you precious energy that you don't need to spend. We can actually blame a lot of this stress on television. It's so easy to confuse TV staging reality with real neighborhood buyer reality. Those home shows compress grueling, weeks-long work into a polished 30-minute reveal, which tricks us into thinking a house must look like a sterile magazine spread. But real buyers in real neighborhoods, they have entirely different expectations. What's really reassuring is looking at the hard data. According to the National Association of Realtors, over 50% of sellers' agents do not even require professional staging before listing. Most homes sell wonderfully without some massive, expensive designer makeover. Buyers just need a welcoming space. They definitely don't need an empty showroom. There's a guiding idea I really want you to hold on to here. The goal is breathing room, not a blank canvas. That's it. Buyers simply need to see the bones of a room. They want to see clear pathways and get a feel for a comfortable layout. Leaving out your personal touches, maybe a favorite reading chair or a well-loved rug, actually adds warmth. It helps a buyer step inside and imagine building their own life right there. The real secret here is knowing exactly where to focus your energy. Because let's face it, not every room carries equal weight. Your high priority areas are going to be your living room, the primary bedroom, and the kitchen. Those are the big ones. Meanwhile, your light touch spaces, places like basements, garages, and bathrooms, they matter far less. A garage stacked with decades of your favorite tools is rarely going to derail a sale. I like to think of this whole process as editing rather than erasing. For example, if you have a beautiful bookshelf, you absolutely don't need to box up every single book. Just keep, say, 20 out of 50 on the shelf. The space feels open and spacious, but it still tells a story. It's these small, thoughtful edits that create a home that photographs beautifully without losing its unique character. To put this into perspective, let me share a recent success story from a homeowner out in the south suburbs. She was getting ready to list and just assumed she needed to empty every single closet in the house. Instead, she trusted her agent, who had her focus strictly on those 3 key rooms we just talked about. By doing that, she finished all her prep in a single weekend instead of a grueling month, and her home sold in just 2 weeks. Now, once you've edited those main rooms, a very natural question pops up. Where should all those extra items actually go? This is exactly where so many of us get stuck. But there are actually incredibly practical, stress-free strategies for letting go of the belongings you just don't need anymore. You have some fantastic options here. First, the Habitat for Humanity Restore is wonderful. They accept household goods and, best of all, they often do free pickups for heavier furniture. Second, local consignment shops and online buy-nothing groups are perfect for moving smaller items out of your house in literally a single day. And third, if you need to clear a lot at once, estate sale companies remain a highly efficient option to handle the bulk of it for you. But what if you're looking around and you just feel totally overwhelmed by decades of belongings? Please know that is perfectly normal. If that's you, I highly recommend a senior move manager. These are credentialed professionals from NASAMM who specialize in these exact transitions. They can handle the whole process, from sorting your items to coordinating donation logistics to packing, all on a timeline that perfectly matches your closing date.
Now, to be completely transparent, there are a few exceptions where some decor work is needed. If you have excess furniture that's actively blocking natural light, or if you're in a multi-generational home with decades of combined belongings, a deeper pass really does help. But if you fall into this category, please take a phased approach. Just tackle 1 room a week. That keeps the stress levels down and keeps the process manageable.
I think it's also so important that we acknowledge the emotional side of this. Clearing out a long-time home is deeply emotional. You have to give yourself permission to move slowly. Set aside those deeply sentimental items for a separate, quiet pass later on, rather than mixing them up into your everyday tidying. And absolutely, don't hesitate to involve your family members if going through things together brings you comfort.
When you are opening every drawer and closet, making hundreds of small decisions, a simple framework is an absolute lifesaver. Try using the 1 year rule. Ask yourself, have I used or even admired this item in the last year? If not, it might be time to let it bless someone else. This simple rule takes the guesswork out of editing and really helps lift that emotional weight piece by piece.
Ultimately, this is why trusting a professional opinion saves you so much time and stress. When you partner with a seniors real estate specialist, you get a clear, honest plan that is tailored specifically to your home and your local market. Getting that targeted personal guidance will be trying to follow some vague, exhausting internet checklist every single time. I really hope this explainer has brought you some clarity and, most importantly, some relief today. I warmly invite you to explore our free resource library for more practical guides on downsizing, aging in place, and senior living options. We are here to support you. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If your home's bones are already beautiful, what small edit could you make this weekend to let them shine without losing the beautiful story of the life you've lived there? Thank you so much for joining me.